Excellent. Good evening, guys. So welcome to this session. This is a cryptocurrency session where we'll, talk about all things crypto and how we can, what's going on in the cryptocurrency market right now and how we can take advantage of it. So what's going on in the cryptocurrency market right now and how we can take advantage of it and to make profit. All right, so that's what we're going to be focused on here right now, right? So here we start with what's happening, what's influencing the crypto market right now, right? Just like when we do our normal analysis, we always need to go to the fundamental analysis. We always need to go to the financial charts, to the financial calendar to see what is it that's happening in the market today. What is it that's affecting the dollar today? What is it that's affecting the euro today? What is it that's going to have an effect on the GBP today, on the UK economy today? We look at fundamental events, to give us an idea as to where the market might be going or what might have an effect on the market. We may not know. Fundamental events most of the time don't tell us exactly where the market will go. We don't know if it's buy or sell at the moment, but we can have an idea on the fundamental event itself. It can give knowing what the fundamental event means and the data point attached to it, the number attached to it in terms of data will give us an idea where the market is likely to be going. Right? If it's a buy or a sell, if we have an economic event that has a positive impact on the economy, that tells us that the currency will buy. USD, GBP, whatever currency it is, will very likely make a buy, right? So yes, that's the thing. Okay, so the same thing happens when you come to crypto market. The first thing we want to look at is what is it fundamentally that's affecting the crypto market, the crypto space right now? What is it fundamentally that's affecting the cryptocurrency market right now? Okay. So number one is ETF approval. Now, ETFs they are called exchange traded funds. Exchange traded funds. Now, exchange traded funds is a class of financial instruments. Is a class of financial instruments that are usually created by investment companies, big, huge investment companies like BlackRock, like Fidelity, like ARK Invest. These are huge financial houses, huge investment companies, institutional investors, right, or institutional investment companies. These are the kind of investments they create, and then these ETFs are they are instruments that can be bought and sold and traded in the financial markets, but then they usually mirror the price of an underlying asset. An underlying asset like gold, an underlying asset like Bitcoin. So when you have a Bitcoin ETF, it means that you have a financial instrument that is created. It's not Bitcoin, but it's made in such a way as to, mirror the price of Bitcoin, mirror the value of Bitcoin per time, right? So that's what ETFs are. And the major attraction with ETFs, you can ask, someone can ask a question and say, why would I want to buy an ETF, a Bitcoin ETF, rather than buy the Bitcoin itself? Now, the Bitcoin itself operates in an unregulated market. It operates in an unregulated market. And usually when in an unregulated market, there are all kinds of funny actors. There are people whose goal is to come and defraud other people and steal their resources and steal what belongs to other people. And we've had stories all this while over a couple of years, how people lost their Bitcoin, how someone scammed somebody of all their money on all their Bitcoins and took it away. I remember a story a few years ago, how someone worked and saved, he bought Bitcoin for several years, and then when he wanted to download, he had about $104,000 worth of Bitcoin, and then while he was trying to download another wallet, like more like a new version of a wallet he was using before, he mistakenly downloaded a fake wallet. Please mute yourself. So if he mistakenly downloaded a spam wallet, a wallet that was uploaded by scammers, And then what happened was that he opened that wallet, created an account there, and transferred his entire Bitcoin, $104,000 worth of Bitcoin, into that wallet, and it happened to be a scam wallet. That's how his entire savings was gone, right? So all of those things are possible when you operate in an unregulated market. But ETFs that are created to mirror the Bitcoin, mirror the underlying asset, in this case, Bitcoin, is usually listed on the stock exchange, which is a regulated environment. So the stock exchange is a regulated environment. The ETF, being an instrument that is traded on the stock exchange, is also a regulated instrument. So an investor can therefore put their money into an ETF that mirrors Bitcoin and go to sleep at night, knowing that someone is not going to hack into their wallet and steal their money, right? Even the safest wallet right now, they call the Ledger wallet. They are hardware wallets. It's not like an online wallet where you can go to Binance and keep your money there. This is a hardware wallet. They call them one of it is called Ledger. You know, so you put it, you plug it to your system. It's like a USB. You plug it a USB device. You plug it to your computer, and you can transfer your wallet there, transfer your Bitcoins there, and then remove the wallet, remove the USB the device from the internet and keep it in cold storage. Cold storage means that it's not connected to the internet, right? But then recently there was a hack that affected Ledger too. So these are the things huge investors think about. Someone doesn't want to go and make a $50 million investment, and he cannot sleep at night because of that, because someone might hack into their system to collect their money. But when they make that same investment in an ETF, they are able to rest at night and know that their money will not be gone. So this is the attraction of ETFs. The ETFs are not for everybody. As a retail trader, you can go and buy normal Bitcoin or whatever cryptocurrency you want to buy and save it in your own wallet. And when price goes up, you make money. But that's not how institutional investors operate. Because at that level of wealth, right? At that level of wealth, your number one goal is to protect the money that you have. Your number one goal is to protect the resources that you have, not so much to make profit. Of course, you want to make profit. You want to be able to, you don't want your money lying down there without making profit, but you are concerned first and foremost about the protection of your current wealth. You know, you are concerned about protecting your money rather than before you think about making money. Okay. So here recently, the SEC, they call them the Securities and Exchange Commission. So they are the ones in charge of regulating all the instruments that are traded on the stock exchange, right? Recently, they've just they approved 11 Bitcoin ETFs. Now, these approvals is seen as a very positive thing for the cryptocurrency market. It's a positive thing because now a lot of all the monies that have been sitting in these investment houses, look at here, so you have ARK Invest. ARK Invest is they are the ones that own this Bitcoin ETF. ARK Invest is an investment company, right? It's an institutional investor. We have Bitwise, that's an institutional investor. All of these guys. BlackRock is the largest institutional investor in the world. Then you have Fidelity. Fidelity is the second largest institutional investor in the world. Then you have Franklin, you have Grayscale, right? These guys are mostly focused, they're a crypto-focused investment company. Institutional investor, but they are focused purely on cryptocurrency. You have Invesco, you have VanEck, you have Valkyrie, you have WisdomTree. All of these are investment companies that made an application to the Securities and Exchange Commission in the US to approve a Bitcoin ETF for them. You can see all of them are listed on the stock exchange, right? NASDAQ and New York Stock Exchange, New York Stock Exchange, New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, New York. So all of them are created, and then now that they are approved by the Securities and Exchange Commission, they are listed on the stock exchange. So what that means is this: all those investors who have all these billions of dollars, who in these companies. Like BlackRock, for example, has over $10 trillion in assets, 10 trillion with a T. Fidelity, Fidelity has about, in total assets, Fidelity has, I think, around over $5 trillion worth of assets, right? These monies belong to investors that can go into that. Some of it, maybe 5% of it, can go into the cryptocurrency market, but for a while, that money has not gone in there. So now that these ETFs have been approved, institutional investors are already pouring money into crypto now because of this. Now think about it. We talk about liquidity in the market. Whenever there's liquidity in the market, price will move. When there is no liquidity in the market, price will stay stuck. And when price is stuck, nobody makes money. But when there is liquidity in the market, price will usually appreciate. So that's what's happening right now. So if there was $1 trillion in the crypto markets before, by the time you have all these trillions of dollars, like 5% of that moves into crypto, what that tells you is that the crypto market is going to rise. So right now, that's the reason why there is a projection right now that Bitcoin over the past, probably in the next 1 year to 2 years, is really going to go very high. Some people are projecting it's going to go to 100,000 or 150,000. And the beautiful part of that is that when you get in at this time, at around this time, and you are able to hold your trade, you can make a lot of money from that. The only thing is you can take the trade at the right time, and then you can even trade on Bitcoin, trade on it multiple times, which means you can keep trading on it. And once you have profit, you take your money, you wait for price, because price always pulls back. You know, when price pulls back, you're able to make your money and you're able to take another position and make more money. You can enter a trade, you close it in profit, it pulls back, you take another one, just like that, right? Or you can decide, you know what, since we're in early stage right now, Bitcoin is somewhere around 39,000 now, I want to just make a buy trade and leave the trade for the next, you know, maybe few weeks to run. You know, because that's the kind of asset Bitcoin is. But then you can make a lot of money in the short term. You can decide to do short term. You can decide to do maybe medium term. It's up to you. But as long as your opportunity is there, you definitely will be able to, you know, take advantage of it, right? Then number two, we have the pre-bull run. Now, there are different cycles in the market. There's a bear market, there's a bull market. So the bear market is really what has been plaguing the market for a long time right now. The bear market has been plaguing the market for a long time, which means that during the bear market, you will not see a lot of crypto activities. You know, you can buy crypto at that time or invest in crypto at that time, and you will really not see price moving significantly. Price is just going up and down. Why? Because it's a season. There are different seasons in the market. There are different seasons. There are seasons of boom. There are seasons of bust. It's even in the Bible, 7 years of abundance, 7 years of, you know, scarcity, as it were. You know, that's the reason why when you make a lot of money, it's not just go spend all this money, because there might be a time where you need that money to move to the next level. Because there are times where when you hold money, when the next cycle comes, that's when you will now be using that money to make investments, right? And then other people will be wondering what's going on, right? So this is a pre-bull market right now. Like the market is projected right now that the market is going to be getting into a bull run. And by the time the market is going to a bull run, that is the projection we're hearing, that Bitcoin is going to go to probably 100,000, 150,000 and so on. It is that bull run that will make that happen. You see? So now is the time to begin to look at, what am I going to do? How am I going to position myself? How am I going to trade? You know, where am I going to enter from? And when I enter, I know that I have good position to enter my trades. And then when I get price move up to a certain point, I know I'm taking profit too. Once I take profit, I look for another entry like that. Then number three, Bitcoin halving. These are fundamental events that are affecting the crypto market, right? Bitcoin halving, there is an event called Bitcoin halving. So I just posted a little definition and explanation here. So Bitcoin halving is an event that occurs approximately every 4 years in the Bitcoin network, right? It is programmed into the Bitcoin protocol to control the rate at which new Bitcoins are created and to limit the total supply of BTC to 21 million. So 21 million is the maximum supply of Bitcoins. But all these Bitcoins are not currently minted right now. They are not in the world right now. But there's just an allowance to create 21 million Bitcoins, right? Because cryptocurrency is not only digital money, it is also coded money. What do we mean coded money? It's money that was made out of computer codes. That's what Bitcoin is. That's the reason you cannot carry it physically. It is money that has been made out of computer codes. So this 21 million Bitcoin you're seeing here is being programmed into the Bitcoin protocol. That's what we say here. It's been programmed into the Bitcoin protocol. Somebody cannot take the back door and change it. Someone can take the back door and change it. Just like you have a phone, there is a software on your phone that's been installed. There is no way, as long as that software is not altered, the effect of that software will continue to remain the same. Now, in this case, because it's programmed, it cannot be altered. And the world is full of programmers and people have their monies there. Nobody can come in there and write and rewrite the program or alter the program. It's not possible. So this event called halving happens once every 4 years. So the next halving event is going to happen April of this year. Now, during Bitcoin halving, the reward that miners receive for validating and adding new blocks to the blockchain is cut in half. So it becomes more difficult to mine Bitcoin. That's what it is saying. It becomes more difficult to mine Bitcoins. So if it becomes more difficult to mine Bitcoins, it means that there are going to be fewer Bitcoins getting into the market. Because at this time, we said that the total number of Bitcoins have been programmed is 21 million, but the entire 21 million Bitcoin has not been mined yet. So every day, as you know, there are different blocks, it keeps getting mined. It keeps getting mined. But now we still have there's still several, probably several millions left. The 21 million Bitcoins will be fully mined by 2040. 2040, it was like 16 years from now. That's when the entire Bitcoin will be fully mined. It will be 21 million complete, nothing more to add, nothing more to remove, right? But in the meantime, that process is still going on. So it becomes, every time a halving event happens, it becomes more difficult. It becomes more difficult to mine Bitcoin. So the difficulty increases, and with the increase in that difficulty, there will be fewer Bitcoins entering the market. And once there's fewer Bitcoin entering the market, it means that the price will appreciate. It's a demand and supply thing. So when there's a lot of supply, it tends to suppress price. Price tends to come down. When there's a lot of supply, that suppresses price. But when the supply is very limited, when supply is very reduced, you will see that price will tend to appreciate. So during a Bitcoin halving, the reward that miners receive for validating adding new blocks on the blockchain is cut in half. The halving event is significant because they have a direct impact on the rate of new Bitcoin creation, making the asset more scarce over time. Bitcoin enthusiasts and investors view halving events as events that influence the supply and demand dynamics and consequently the price of Bitcoin. So this is going to affect the price of Bitcoin significantly. So when you look at charts during when this halving event happened, there's a chart I forgot to bring here. You will see the charts during when different halving events happen. When a halving event happens, you will see that within another 5-6 months, price of Bitcoin will shoot up very heavily. And now we have the last halving event we had was 2020. Now we have another halving event this year in April. So when that happens, price is going to definitely go to the roof. That's the reason why people are projecting 100,000 plus. The last time it happened, price went to 69,000. That's when price went to 69,000 and came back. Now, with this one now, price is likely to go to maybe 100, 150,000. And what that does is that as Bitcoin is rising, the whole crypto market rises with it. So even when you are not trading Bitcoin, you can trade Litecoin, you can trade Ethereum, you can even still trade the Bitcoin, because from on our MetaTrader platform, you have the opportunity to actually trade all these currencies and make profit. You don't have to buy one Bitcoin to trade it. No, you just place your 0.1 trades, one standard lot trade, and you enter your trade and you're making money from the movement of Bitcoin. You can even make faster money than those who are buying and holding Bitcoin. When you are trading Bitcoin, you make a lot of money very quickly. Yeah. Okay, so that's another event right there. That's the Bitcoin halving event, right? So these are the factors that are affecting the price of Bitcoin right now, putting pressure on the price of Bitcoin. So number 4, cryptocurrency, the price of Bitcoin went to 49,000 the other day during the time that during the time that the event happened, during the time that the Bitcoin ETFs were approved. Once the Bitcoin ETFs were approved, price shot up to about 49,000. But of course, you know that there are people who have been holding Bitcoin for a while. They bought for a while, and now they saw that event happened. They used that opportunity to take profit. So that's why you see now Bitcoin is currently at 39,900 right now, because people sold off and took profits. Imagine you bought Bitcoin when price was 25,000. That was like 2 months ago, and then price got to 49,000. That's almost like double your money. Why would you be holding it? You take profit first. You sell some and collect profit. That's the smart thing to do. When you're in significant profit, you want to take some profit and put it in your pocket. Yes, that becomes your payment for all the time and effort and that you have used to do that deal, right? So now let's go to the Bitcoin chart and try to see what we can do there, what's available there. All right, so let's see longer term what's happening with Bitcoin. Longer term, what is it that's happening with Bitcoin? Right? Okay, so this is it. This is where price got to. You see 49,047. That was where price got to. Immediately the ETF happened. Once that happened, price got there. And you can also notice that this area where price got to was what we call a resistance zone. Price got to that resistance zone and price hit that point, and then people took profits. Those who were already buying. You see where price has been buying from? Price has been buying from somewhere around 26,000. 25,000 something, 25,300, all the way to 49,000. That is almost double your money if you were whatever money. And if you are trading in the market, that is, if you buy it and you are holding it, that's when you are bought. That's why that is doubled. If you were trading it, this money, this movement from this bottom here to this top can be 20 times your money. It can be 10 times your money if you are trading, because if you are trading, the opportunities in trading is more profitable. The way it's designed for you to trade, because you can have different lot sizes to trade with. You can take advantage of a small movement in Bitcoin and it will be a lot of profit for you in your account. That's just the way MetaTrader designed it. It's different from you buying the actual Bitcoin and holding it. It's different, right? Okay. So let's go now and see. Now, this is where I am personally looking at right now to that price is going to buy from, and it will be really big around here. This is where I'm looking at price buying from right now, and it will really be big. It could be here. It could most likely be here. Here. Yeah, I think here will be better. So it will most likely be here right now. So I'm expecting price to come all the way down to this point. And then once this is going to be a buy trade, this is going to be a buy trade, because remember, we've talked about all the things we've talked about, and we are expecting Bitcoin to buy, not sell. Currently it's selling. But the sell we are seeing now is because people took profit from the one they did before, because they entered very early. They entered the market very early. The price has moved significantly to a point. It is only smart for you to take some profit. So that's what they are doing right now. They took profit, right? So even then, even though they took profit, they are still waiting. I can tell you that most those same people, they are still waiting now for price to come to this area. Once price comes here, yes, that will be where they will be looking to enter again, because they are not done. This market has not started moving. It is going to move. From the projections that we have, we just mentioned, the market has not even started moving. By the time we move to, this is January now, by the time we get to February, March, you still see people start positioning themselves in this Bitcoin for it to really move. By the time halving happens in April, Bitcoin can easily, in another few months from then, can easily go to 100,000, right? So you can see now that it's in 30-something thousand, is very, very low now, very low, right? And then just the way Bitcoin is low is the way other cryptocurrencies are also low, but we're focusing more on Bitcoin here, okay? So we're expecting it to come to somewhere around the 36,000 level. You know, it's currently at 39,000 now. We expect that it's going to come down to this 36,000 level, 35,000 level, and then it will start to buy from here, right? It will start to buy from here. So this is what we are going to wait for. We are not going to jump into the market, but then let's watch and see, because sometimes you can get short-term trades, you know, short-term trades, short-term. Let's see. Do we have a short-term trade in BTC? Okay, this is actually a short-term trade in BTC right now. This is short-term BTC trade. But then this trade has already activated, it's already moving. This would have been the place to enter it for a sell. This place now. This would have been the place to enter it for a sell, right? But then price has already started moving. And once price starts moving, it is never advisable and never smart to jump into the market. But here's what we'll do, right? We're expecting it to sell. So this is how we'll take the trade. So yeah, this is how we're going to take the trade. We are going to expect that price is going to push up here. Remember, we are trading. We are not buying this crypto and holding it. We are traders. As traders, we don't buy and hold. That's not our goal. We can buy and hold other coins, right? Now, subsequently, I'll be doing sessions where I will show us other coins that we can invest in. That one is different from this one. What we are talking about here now is trading, because that's what we do on our platform. We trade. Our platform is for trading. Vantage is for trading, right? We trade. It's not, you're able to come in and you're able to do your trading, right? So here's what we're going to expect price to do now. Even though we are expecting price to be here to get to this point, look at this point is where we mentioned just now, the 35,500 level. This is where we expect price to get to and then start buying very heavily, okay? But then in the meantime, we can still take advantage of the moves that are happening in this market right now and make profit from it. We don't have to only wait for this one. We don't only have to wait for price to come and get to this point before we trade. No, we can still take advantage of this movement that's happening here right now, and then we can make profit from that as well, right? So here is what we're going to do. We are going to expect that price is going to come from here, come to this top, somewhere around here, and then it will not start to sell from there. So we'll take profit from here. This is first of all where our profit is going to be. Our take profit is going to be. And when you take this trade, right, use a small lot size. Use a small lot size, because Bitcoin tends to be volatile. Don't use a large lot size. Use a small lot size. Use a lot size that is smaller than what you normally use if you are trading Euro USD or USD CHF or USD JPY. Use a smaller lot size than you would have used, right? Use a smaller lot size. Okay, so this is the parameters of this trade now we are going to do. Remember, this class, our focus is purely on the crypto space. And mostly we're talking about Bitcoin. So we're going to find a Bitcoin trade here. We have a Bitcoin trade already that we are expecting to happen, but it's a pending trade. It's not a trade where we are entering the market right now, right? It's a trade where we'll enter the market later when price gets to our entry point. We want market to move up here, get to this point, and then it will now come down and give us profit. That's our goal now, right? That's how we take most of our trades. And the reason why we take most of our trades like that is because it allows us opportunity to allow the market to play out. So we are able to wait for the market. We are able to analyze the market ahead, wait for the market to play out. Then we take then the market will now come and trigger for us at the best possible price. At the best possible price. If I jump into this trade right now and price is coming down, it means that if price moves up, my entry on this trade will be very bad. My entry, if you don't get your entries right, you can lose money just because of a bad entry. Not because you are wrong, not because you didn't enter the trade in the right place, just because your entries were wrong. You didn't enter the right place, right? So that's why we're going to wait for price to get to where we need to enter it. So this is going to be a sell limit trade on Bitcoin, BTC, Bitcoin sell limit trade, Bitcoin sell limit trade, okay? So we're going to have entry price, so that's our entry price, 40,549.51. That's our entry price. Then we have stop loss. Then we have take profit. So let's check what is our stop loss and take profit. So this is our stop loss. As our stop loss, 41,217.60. That's our stop loss. Then our take profit. So that's our take profit. So this is our trade for Bitcoin right now. It's our pending order trade. Bitcoin pending order trade, right? Entry price is a sell limit. Bitcoin is a sell limit. Entry price at 40,549.51. Stop loss is at 41,217.60. Take profit as 38,692.80. So that's going to be our entry price on Bitcoin for a trade right now. But then what will happen is that when price starts to move closer to this point and eventually gets here, this is where our major trade is going to be. This trade you are taking now is a short trade. It's just a small trade that we want to just take advantage of Bitcoin as price is moving now. But the major trade that we are targeting that we spoke about earlier is the trade that is going to happen around here. This is around where we are going to be targeting to take a very substantial trade. This one is a trade that is going to be heavy, that is going to last for, you might take this trade and it will be running for a week or two and it will give very good profits. It's going to be around here. So just like we are waiting for price now to come back to this top here, we are going to wait also for price to come here. So that's something that we always need to do in trading, or understand that we need to do in trading. That in trading, you don't just come into the market. There are very rare occasions that you just come into the market and your trade is ready for you to take immediately. Most of the time, your trade is not ready for you to take immediately. So you have to wait for the trade to play out. That's the point. It's always good. You analyze the market, you wait, you see where your entries are going to be. You don't enter the market immediately. You wait and for when your entries are going to be. And when price gets to your entry, you enter your trade. Okay. So, and that's where the opportunities are, where you can set your pending orders. In this case, now you have a sell limit. Sell limit is a pending order. You set that pending order. Once price gets there, it triggers and it gives you profit. So we did this the other day, and then we did one of our analysis we did on Saturday. By Sunday night, by Monday morning, it had already triggered. It went to our take our profit, right? So that's what we expect here now. We expect price to move up, hit this entry here, then come down and give us profit, right? So, but then I still expect that it's going to take a little while before price gets here. So in our subsequent BTC class, or maybe by weekend, tomorrow is Friday. By Saturday, when we look at the market again, we'll see what is going to happen. We'll see what price has done with Bitcoin, and that will tell us what we need to be doing going forward. If we are going to need to set a trade or get into a trade on Monday on Bitcoin, we'll also do the analysis on Saturday. We'll be able to know what we are going to do next, right? So for now, this is the Bitcoin trade that we have. So you just take that one, set it on your platform, and then leave it alone and let it play out, right? Okay. So do we have a question? This will end